Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Get my phone plugged in. Oh, what a day. It is Sunday. I'm sitting in Stringtown, Oklahoma. The plan that I told you about Friday, I hope that highway traffic ain't too noisy. The plans I told you about Friday sure did change. That load I was picking up, I was supposed to deliver, and I got home about 2:30 or to my parking place, and lo and behold, I no more than got parked up, hadn't even got out of the truck. They shoot me another message telling me to bring that load to the yard and to pick up this load I got and have it in Grapevine, Texas by 1 p.m. Monday. Now, there's a problem with that. Mostly, I told them I wanted to be home this weekend, both days. And I called him on it. He started him hauling around. And I know he's nothing but a mouthpiece for the general manager. I know where it came down from. Period. And I know they seen what time I got home, and to make their point, they changed my load so that I'd have to leave early Sunday morning, and I did. I needed to leave about 10. I wound up getting out of there about 11. I had stuff going on. And unfortunately, I didn't get to stick around to take care of it today. And to me, this is all a crock of bullshit. It's nothing but a power play. No more than these ELDs is a power play to show us who holds the power and controls us, the government, with their ELDs. Well, it's the same thing to me that they're doing at this company with this nonsense. So, me being the truck driver professional type moron that I am, I left early this morning and I'm taking care of business. It's what professionals do. There's an old saying, it ain't my monkey and it ain't my football. However, if I don't want to play in this circus, if I don't want to be a clown in this circus, I find another circus. And the ringmaster with this circus damn sure wants to let everybody know who controls it. Alright, well, you're controlling it. And if I do say so myself, you're losing a damn good driver over it. I bust my ass all week long to give them... don't get me started. Lakota worked his butt off on that patio. We wound up having to redo it a couple of times. Once or twice we had to literally pull the bricks up and redo it. Stuff just kept going haywire. And it wasn't his fault at all. It was lack of experience on any of our parts. So we just worked through them, you know. And I just finished my dinner. There's a little leveling problem with part of it. It does this. And you can see it by. I'm good with that. Like I told Grandma, that's minor. That can be fixed. Main thing was to get the pavers in. I wanted it done. We're sealing them in with sand, so guess what? I have a ton of sand on my property. So like I told her, later in the summer, next year, whenever it's bothering us, we need a project or something, we can pull all them pavers up. They're not concreted, they're sanded. They pull right up. We work on getting the dirt underneath down where we want it, and put the pavers back in and put sand back around them. It's no big deal. For now, it will work. We wanted it done. The poor boy, he was wanting to wrap it up last night, and he was down to 12 pavers, and it would have been done for his part, the paver part. And I don't know how all me and Mama can figure it. He hit his thumb with the mallet. It's a rubber mallet. And he lost that thumbnail. Ow. All we can figure is he hit the very end of it out here with that mallet, and it made this back just jump up. And that was it for him for the day. And today. He wanted to work today, and I wouldn't let him. I was telling him no. Now he's 20 years old, but he lives at home with Mama and Dad, and there's a reason. So we made it a point to take him home and let his Mama see it, and her come out and talk to us. And she was fine, you know. She's like, we'll take him in town. He's got insurance. He can get some antibiotics. And I told her, I said, now I've told him to take tomorrow off, but he keeps hollering he wants to work. That he needs to let that scab over. That sucker's gonna get touchy when the shock wears off. And she allowed, and she told him, and he's like, oh. No, in case you ain't figured out, he's a little bit slow. Damn good worker. Sometimes you have to help him make the right decisions, right choices. And him being off today to let that air was the best thing he could do. Robert did show up to work today, and we had a lot of angle cuts that needed to be cut, and that's what he tackled. And there was a few of them that he was going ahead and putting in place. I told him my main thing was for him to get them cut and laid out, and Lakota could come back later. He'll be working later in the week, and he could put them in there like they needed to go. Now, I'll be damned if Robert didn't hit his thumb. Lakota walked over there today. He don't live very far from me. He walked over there to see Robert. And Robert was going to show him something about a couple of tools, because Robert ain't coming back for working to speak of. And him and Lakota's out there comparing thumbs, and I was on the phone with Grandma, and I was teasing the hell out of him, I ain't gonna lie. But it was cool. There's a little bit more stuff that has to be done, and Lakota will wrap that up this week, hopefully. I need to quit saying that because we keep getting into difficulties. Now this, let's see if it'll rotate. Yep, it did. Now we had this silhouette out on our front porch. I'm sorry, out on our front fence. You've probably seen it in some of the other videos. And Grandma wanted to move it, and her and Robert moved it today. And this is the front of our house. And she put our kneeling cowboy on there. And look at them pavers. Don't they look good? I mean, to me they do, but it's my house. So of course I think it would. Now that curve that was in it, nah, you look better this way. That curve that was in it, can you see that? I ain't sure how to hold it where you can see it. Robert cut the pavers to come around that. Man, that sucks. I can't tell it. There you go. I just need to get it closer. Look how good he did that. So, that's looking real good. Let's see. That one didn't take. No, that's an old one Grandma sent me. So is that one. Well, this is what Robert started with on that curve. And me and Grandma's loving it. We are absolutely loving it. Now over on the other side, where we started over there, the side of the house by the garage, that's probably about all we're going to put on the front wall. I ain't going to swear to that, but probably. I don't want to take away from that. I love that being up there like it is. We've got some tall wooden recliners. Not recliners. I'm tired. Rockers. And they was trying to put that so that the rockers wouldn't block it. And I don't want to take away from it. So I don't want to put a bunch of junk around it. Most I might do is if I find a couple real good lanterns, wall mounted type lanterns, runs off of kerosene or something, I might mount a couple of those up there. Now over on the other side, which I was encouraging Grandma and Robert to work on it today, she has a bunch of metal baskets. They're made for hanging, and they're made for plants. And we've tried them on the wooden fence and stuff, and they're going to go on the other wall. If you remember in other videos, I told you that that other side is, it's got that, well, you seen the white chairs right there. That's from that outdoor table set. It's got the metal table and chairs. We have 3 shellbacks that we've restored. They're antiques. They're going over on that side. We have a 4th one if I figure out how to fix it. But we're putting those metal brackets up on the wall, which I'm telling her that I'm okay with it being a succulent garden. Succulent is basically a cactus family type deal that don't take a lot of water. And I want her to put those on the wall. And she doesn't want to do it by herself. She wants me to be there and be part of it. And she's like me. We have a habit of putting too much and making it get too busy. And it distracts from all of it. So she wants me to be a part of deciding what's going on that wall. But now this morning, Robert showed up, and Lakota and I had got out Grandma's little towel saw, and that is what we had hoped we was going to cut those pavers with. No, that was not working. So I called Lowe's up and I had a chat with him, and the old boy got it, pretty decent feller, and he told me what would happen with that tile saw, and it already had, so he was correct. And He said to his knowledge, the only thing to really do was to get a stone cutting blade for a skill saw. So me and Robert ran into town and got that, and I went ahead and grabbed some extra pavers. And while I was in town, Grandma fixed me some breakfast stuff to bring out here. That's what I just ate. Those sandwich deals you've seen me making, the bacon dishes. So normally I make that stuff, but being I had to run into town with Robert, she went ahead and made it up. And I guarantee you, after driving all day and only having a couple of BS things to snack on going down, I drove from the house to the yard nonstop. I don't normally do that. It's 477 miles. And normally I'll make a pit stop along there and get out and walk around a little bit. I was aggravated. I didn't want to be driving. I wanted to be home. Wanted to be there working on this patio, wrapping it up. That meant a lot to me, and I didn't get to do it. So I just kept driving, and when I got to the yard, that's when my 8 hours was up. I had about 10 minutes left before my 8 hours was up. I had to take a break. So I took a 41-minute break at the yard, dropped and hooked, topped off the DEF, did my paperwork, turned it in, and time I was rolling, it had been 45 minutes. So then I rode on down here to Stringtown. I ain't sure how far I did come from the yard. Whoop, that ain't what I want. I want to know now. Let's see how far it is.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
180 miles. So 475, that's 575, 600, call it 650 miles, 655, whatever it is. So that ain't bad for one mad old trucker.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
Don't know exactly how all this will come down with the job deal. Y'all will be informed. I make videos. So as any real decisions are made, you'll find out after the fact. They would have to do a lot of talking right now to keep me on. And the thing is we've had issues in the past that they have resolved. However, we happen to go right back to the same bullshit a few weeks later. And I don't want to be raising a fuss and threatening to quit and being an asshole every few weeks. It's real simple. We either make a deal or we don't. If we make the deal, stand by it. Period. It's pretty simple to me, cut and dry. That's about as old school as you can get. So, it is what it is. Oh, and I haven't told them yet. Sooner or later I will. I ain't decided how or when, but they'll find out. I don't expect that when I tell them that they're going to get mad and just tell me clean out my truck. However, that has happened with companies before when drivers get mad and quit. Oh, you ain't happy? You don't want to drive? Clean the shit out of your truck. Personally, I think it's just a way of them trying to catch you flat-footed and put you in a bind. That's just my thinking. Which is why I'll be talking to different companies and all that, and I'll have something pretty much worked out. That's about all I can tell you for the week. I am working on a t-shirt deal. If anybody's interested, I did not get to go talk to the lady. I do have Little Joe working on a couple of things, and I hope this coming weekend, when I get home, I can go talk to him and see if I can put something together. I'm going to have 2 or 3 different, I don't know if you say styles or what, because they're all going to have the simple living with Papa Joe up here in the pocket area. Then on the back, we came up with like 3 different things that I want to do back there. And I don't know how all this ordering online stuff works. That's where when I was talking to Little Joe today and telling him what I was wanting, and he has to get a little bit of stuff for me. He's like, Pop, go talk to the woman. If it's a woman running the place, go talk to the woman. And then me and her iron out all the details on how to do it. Okay. So, I can tell you now, and because I don't like lying or being deceitful or anything, whatever the woman's going to charge for the t-shirts, I'm going to ask her to add $2 onto it for me. And hopefully that $2, by the time 10 of you buy a shirt, will buy me a shirt. I'm trying to cover the cost of me and my son and the wife, Grandma. Hopefully, in due time, we'll get enough accumulated where we can all buy a t-shirt or 2. I'm damn sure going to be buying them in my own in the beginning, simply so I can show y'all what I'm wanting to do. Now, that's just being honest with you. So, and if I can't make $2 a t-shirt, then something's wrong in this world. I don't know how all that shit works, but like I said, I'm just being honest. And if that bothers some of y'all and you don't think I should make $2 off of a t-shirt, don't order them. That's simple. And I ain't trying to be an ass, I'm being honest. There's a difference. So I hope to get that going. I'm going to get it somehow, sooner or later I'll get it going, because I want to get me some more. I've got 2, but one of them's too short. I want to get double X's and long. And I like the picture of Nate on the back. However, I'd rather have it up here, and I want to be able to put other stuff on the back. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm still working on it. And sometimes it don't happen fast. So, Stormy, sooner or later, honey, you'll get a shirt or have the opportunity to get a shirt. And I had somebody else ask too, Dan or somebody. But with that, folks, I am one tired puppy. I'm going to go to bed. Oh, I need to take my meds. I'm going to take my meds and go to bed. I'll probably be up early in the morning. Who knows? I might hold a wake-up call and talk to y'all. It's Reveille. Well, right now it's Taps. Oh, that's something else. Made me feel good, too. We had a long day yesterday. And by the time everything was done, and we took Lakota home with a thumb deal and all this, and it paid him. He put in several days during the week. So he made him a decent little paycheck off of us. I think that's why he wanted to work today. But neither me nor Grandma was wanting to cook. Now Friday night, she did another one of them pork loins in the crock pot. Man, it was good. And we did bacon wrapped asparagus. If y'all ain't ever tried that bacon wrapped asparagus, you need to do it. Now, the trick to asparagus that a lot of people miss is that you need to cook asparagus real high in the oven. And we cook our asparagus for about, we cook it at 450. and it's about 15 minutes, and that's with it bacon wrapped. And it is damn good. Now something else is if you go to do your asparagus, you want to cut off that fat end, the stalk end. Not all of it, but a good chunk of it. And then you have the seeded part up there. When you go to wrap it, make damn sure you get bacon around that seeded part up there, or else it gets pretty crispy. If you'll wrap it, make sure that bacon gets around that end, it ain't near so crispy. One of them didn't go down so good. So anyway, that's what we had for Friday night. And Saturday night, neither one of us wanted to cook. We didn't have nothing laid out to cook. We got a Chinese restaurant we like going to. It's damn good food, and Grandma can eat quite a bit that's on her diet. It's kind of hard for her to stick to her diet. But she's lost over 30 pounds, so she's very encouraged. So we go to this Chinese joint, and we just fixed our plates, and I'd got us both a bowl of egg drop soup. Love my egg drop soup. And here comes an old man with a black eye. He's bruised up. You can tell he had took a fall. And he has a hat on that says Korean veteran. Folks, Korean War was a long time ago, back in the 50s. Damn train. That helped a little bit. So he walked by our table, and I told him, "Sir, thank you for your service." He turned around and shook my hand and asked me if I was in the service. Of course, I was wearing my Marine Corps hat, you know. So I'm sitting in there. Oh, come here. I'm sitting in there with my old jarhead hat on. And then he noticed it, and he told me thank you for my service. And now you figure if he was 18, what he went in, Korean War would have been, for sake of argument, let's say 55. I don't know when, but let's say 55. So he would have been born in 45, 35, 37. That's about the same time my dad was born. And he got up and went to fix his plate. Grandma was over there. "Oh, poor baby. Did you see that black eye?" "Yeah, honey, he just fell." So I told the waitress, "Come here. Make sure I get his bill. I want to buy his dinner for him." "Yes, sir, not a problem." A little bit later, they brought it over to me, and before we left, I seen his little bill tray that they bring the bills out on. All it had was his fortune cookie on it. That's what I wanted to see. I've done that kind of stuff before, and I enjoy doing it anonymously where nobody, tell them, don't let him know. And I like to sit back and just watch them. Yeah. And they try to figure out who bought their dinner. So, but I like buying old veterans dinner once in a while. I hadn't done that in probably about 3 years. So it felt good. It felt good. So, and it couldn't have hurt him. You know he's living on a fixed income. Y'all try that sometime. You see an elderly veteran, just tell the waitress, "Bring me his bill." Or hers. We have women veterans that are, it gives you a real good feeling right there. It really does. Y'all remember, I can give you another good feeling by telling you that He loves you. And so do I. But He can give you even a better feeling once you realize how much He loves us. I hope you all get a good night's sleep. Love you. Good night.